Now, I'm pleased to say I'm joined in the European Parliament by William Dartmouth.
Good morning. Good morning.
Dartmouth, who was elected for UKIP to represent the Southwest, now standing as an independent. Good to have you on our programme, probably for the final time.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for inviting me.
What do you say to the people in Gibraltar who are now at the front line of Brexit, as it were, and facing a very uncertain future?
Well, I think their future is actually much more certain because any problems are much easier sorted out on the jargon is bilateral basis between the UK and Spain, rather than having the European Union interfering all the time. I'd also make the point that the people who are affected by the border controls are the 12,000 people, sorry for the statistic, the 12,000 people who come into work from Spain into Gibraltar every day. And of course those people are almost all Spanish citizens. So actually the Spanish government are harassing their own people. It's all completely unnecessary, shouldn't take place, and be sorted out on a bilateral basis.
So they shouldn't be concerned about possible shortage of food and so on?
Everybody should be concerned, but the logic, but it's completely illogical that for the Spanish government, for internal political reasons, to harass their own citizens, because those are the 12,000 people who come in every day from the border and leave from Gibraltar the other way. The Gibraltarians are clearly living on Gibraltar anyway.
Okay, let's turn to the wider issue of Brexit. It was
For
going to be
a change.
For a change, and for the final time. It was going to be so easy, wasn't it? They need us more than we need them. We heard it a million times. It hasn't worked out that way, has it?
Well, I would partly agree with you. We'd underrated the total crassness and inability of the British government and the British government negotiators.
Don't pass the buck.
Who are completely...
No, pass the buck.
I think
what about...
it is a legitimate...
You didn't say it would be easy if that we had the right negotiators. You said it would be easy.
I've said something against myself. I said that was underrated. And we also didn't understand the extent to which the people in this place and the EU Commission were prepared to cut off their nose to spite their face and make it incredibly difficult for the UK, irrespective of what is in the interests of people in the 27 member states that actually remain. We both underrated those two things, and I take full responsibility for that. What I don't take responsibility for is the total crassness of the British government and the British negotiating team, which, don't forget, Eurosceptics had nothing to do with. Mrs May has lost 2 Brexit secretaries and a foreign secretary simply because she tried to, simply because everything has been centralised in 10 Downing Street, and it's quite clearly that the British negotiators are not up to the job. The pudding is in the eating, to use a very old-fashioned English phrase, if I may.
William, you've been here now for 10 years. What is
Nine and a half.
What is it that still gets up your nose about this place?
I think that the way that the clattering train of EU integration goes on and on and on, irrespective of what the people in the nation states actually want. I think that's hard to deal with.
Do you think it's the right decision to leave, looking back now?
Yes, it's clearly the right decision to leave. The German economy is stuttering. Italy, Greece, Spain have got appalling problems because the euro is overvalued for their economies. There's massive youth unemployment, and the whole European project is going to hit the buffers, and it'll be very good that we aren't there to hit the buffers too.
William, the salary, the expenses, the second home, the business class travel, are you going to miss all that?
I'm not going to miss the travel, the endless grind of the travel. I think my family will miss the salary, but I don't think I will. What I will miss is that I had the privilege of working with some fantastic people, and fantastic young people as well, and I think I'll miss that.
Thank you very much.